Hi everyone, this is Mario Infantes. I'm a Spanish musician that's been living in Iceland for around 10 years now. I come from a metal background, but a few years ago I started playing handpans, which is something I always wanted to do for the longest time. And first I started with some Radvast handpans, and then I turned into the bigger ones, the classical ones. And I always had this problem with the acoustic handpans, and it's they're very limited to the scale, right? That was always my problem for touring, for composing and everything, because I am not the most skilled handpan player at all. I'm not very skilled with any instrument in particular. I guess I'm more of a vocalist. That's my main thing. But I play many different instruments, and I'm not very good at any of them. The way I see all these instruments is like they are tools in my workshop, basically. And I use those tools to create songs. So I might not be the best with the hammer and the nails, and I might not have the best hammer, but I can build a chair, right? So when I first heard about the digital handpans, the NEOTONE, I was a bit skeptical, because I don't know how it will sound. Like in theory, on paper, it sounded amazing to me. Like finally, I will be able to use all the scales, and I can tour with just one handpan instead of several, and just the possibilities of having all these different scales on it was a dream to me. So I started making some research, and after a few months I contacted NEOTONE, and they were super kind to send me an instrument just to try it out and see how it felt. And honestly, I don't have anything bad to say. You know, I am very happy with it. I understand that if you are a handpan player, like a master and very skillful handpan player, you might prefer the acoustic feel, and I completely understand that. But for people who play many instruments, this tool here is just mind-blowing. Honestly, and it has helped me so much. It has made me very inspired to write since I got it, because you have access to all these scales that you didn't know, and scales that people make. I don't know, I find that very interesting and very inspiring. The thing that I really like also is that even though this is a digital handpan, it somehow made me care less about the technical part of touring. For example, if you play handpan, the acoustic ones, you are very aware of how much of a nightmare it is to microphone them, and all the mics you need, blah blah. Like, you know, it's a technical nightmare. With this, you plug it with a jack and you are set. And for people who are not very good with technology, the fact that this is a digital handpan, somehow it works much better for me. So let's talk about the physical impressions of the instrument. Like you can see, it's built on wood, and the feeling is amazing. And there's something else that I told them that this is just a detail that probably no one will care about, but I do, because I also make perfumes and I'm very interested about smell and scents. The wood smells amazing. I don't know what it is, but every time I take it out of the box, I'm like, this feels nice. The weight it feels nice also. Like it's light, but it's not light in a way that, you know, when you are playing with something plasticky, that it feels very fragile. This is amazing. I will show you later how it sounds with a little performance, a little improvisation. But I can tell you right away that it feels amazing to the touch. And this is something I think it's what everyone is worried about before buying a digital handpan, is like, is it gonna feel like an acoustic handpan? Is it gonna feel real? Well, I am not very familiar with how the technology works, but I find it very realistic, honestly. I've been like trying different handpans, like compared to this, to how it feels. And for someone that's not a very skillful handpan player, because I understand that those of you who are very, very, very into the sound of the acoustic handpan, this will feel different. But for me, it feels good enough, honestly. Like the amount of easiness that it brings into my musical life, both in terms of the scales and making it so easy to change from scale to scale, and also the touring, like taking the microphones out, for me is so worth it. And I don't know if it will be for you, but if you are a musician that's traveling with handpans and touring and all of this, I know you know what I'm talking about. So for me, the slight difference of feeling between this and an acoustic handpan is totally worth it. The other thing that I really like about the handpan is that, as I said previously, I play a lot of different instruments. And when I was having these 2-3 handpans that I had before, which I have sold after getting the NEOTONE, I'm not saying you should sell your handpans. It's not about that. Like, it's just me, you know, because this handpan serves me well and serves the purpose that I need. But as I have many different instruments, I was always frustrated that I couldn't pair the handpan with set instruments, or for example with the flutes that are also in a particular scale, and then the scales never fit really. Now, like, whichever flute that I have, whichever instrument I have, I can pair with a scale, because I can create a scale for that particular instrument here on the NEOTONE. Let me be very clear. If you are really into the meditative experience of playing an acoustic handpan, the feeling and everything, this might not be for you. But if you are a musician and you are touring, working with other instruments, other electronic instruments, studio sessions, all of that, this instrument is for you. And now I'm gonna demonstrate how the NEOTONE handpan sounds with a little improvisation performance.